Hi Leo, welcome to your end of September 2019 general tarot reading. It's Raina here. Boy, this is a weird light. I think it's because I have the overhead light and it's very sunny all of a sudden, so hopefully I won't be too overexposed. Pick an additional card. Okay. So, the Ten of Cups is a card of celebration. This is a marriage card. You could be going to a wedding at the end of September. There's a lot of weddings in September, aren't there? Perhaps planning your own wedding, getting married, feeling a lot of family unity. This is the pot at the end of the rainbow, so positive experiences in general. And very happy card. It's an emotional card because it's cups, so you may be feeling that sense of emotional, I would say, fulfillment, because the 10 is the end of a cycle. So it's like everything coming into this moment of wedded bliss. Maybe you've had a nice relationship, found love finally after having gotten divorced. In the past position, we have the 7 of Wands, so there's that defensive energy. If these are two relationships, perhaps you're getting together with a water sign when you were formerly with a person, possibly fire, like an Aries. I'm not trying to pick on Aries, but Aries might be the kind of person that could be very, if it is a fire sign, demanding, or another Leo, demanding of you, whatever. Sag is the other fire sign. But that might have been felt too combative a relationship, and perhaps the person was always picking at you and trying to make you seem like you weren't okay. And now you feel like you found the right person. And so you can savor it even more, knowing, where you've come from, what kind of a situation it has been. It might have been very difficult to have dealt with that kind of situation going on in your life. It might have been very challenging, and you made it. You did it. The higher message is the Empress card. This is the card of, it's a very feminine card. It's connected to both the two signs that are ruled by Venus, so that would be Taurus and Libra. And this card can be motherhood, the Earth Mother. It can be creativity. So even with the 10 of Cups, I could see like a creative project, perhaps. But this, if you are wanting to have children, this can be that relationship where you're going to do it. And you should be grateful if you were in a toxic relationship that you did not have children with that person. Just this card could be just showing you that you saved it for the right person. You saved this type of special bond, which comes from being parents, for a relationship with somebody who really honors you. And so that can be gratifying, because you know that you're going to have a better home life, that you're not going to be with somebody who that you dread going home to. And so perhaps that's also a cause for celebration. What crosses you is the Ten of Swords. So this can be the card of, I mean, in the challenge position, this is about, you know, maybe not being able to forget the past of if you were cheated on, betrayed in some way, you have a hard time getting over that. And that could come in the form of trust, where, you know, you still are waiting for the other shoe to drop. Perhaps with this Ten of Cups, it's almost to you like too good to believe. And you might be a little bit even nervous that this is only going to be temporary and then the person's going to break your heart. And while that is understandable, given the possible circumstances that you have been in, it still does not mean that it's going to happen to you. And you have to be willing to accept that you are deserving of love. And I think that the Empress card is really about that too, because this is a card of love. And perhaps as the spiritual lesson, you need to embrace that within yourself. You know, Leos sometimes get a bad rap, and people say, oh, Leos are narcissistic, and they're just absorbed in their own self, their own life. And while it can be true that Leos are very focused on self, it doesn't mean that they don't have a big heart. And oh, well, I was going to say also that Leos come across as very confident, but everybody is human. And if somebody gets into a really toxic relationship, sometimes an abusive relationship, it's very easy to lose your sense of bearings, your sense of who you are, and just be very, have that tendency to be quite self-doubting. So for sure, a person with this configuration of Leo, Sun, or yeah, that's basically what I'm intending this tarot reading for, is the Sun in Leo. A person like you can be quite confident most of the time, but in a situation where your heart is on the line, maybe that's when you get a little bit nervous. And if it's been a fresh kind of a betrayal, then that makes sense. It doesn't mean that it's going to be that way forever. You may just take time to heal. You may need more time to heal. What's coming in is the Chariot, or it's the advice. If this is advice, this is about getting control, becoming focused, one-pointed with your endeavors. This card connects to Cancer, so maybe that is who the Ten of Cups person is. And you may not be getting married, but this may be marriage material. And the other thing, too, is the Chariot card is about a victory. So this may be a time when you have found your pot of gold under the rainbow, Leo. But in addition to that, you have to understand that you are just aligned with a lot of good stuff, and that it's not a fluke that you can continue this, that you can have even more of it if you believe that you're deserving, and if you are willing to sustain it by continuing to do the things that you need to do. If this is like a career matter, you may be celebrating a success and not realizing that there's more where that came from. Maybe you just think this is the highest I can go, and you don't realize that this is just the tip of the iceberg. The outcome, I did pick an additional card because of what this card represents, the Devil card. I think this is a cautionary tale when we get the Devil card as an outcome card. Be careful about letting success go to your head. Again, you know, Leo tends to be larger than life, and everything, including your opinion of yourself, your self-concept, can get blown out of proportion. So don't go from one extreme to the other where you're down in the dumps and feeling like something that can't dragged in, to feeling superior to other people, allowing that to puff up your head because you've had this success, because you have this love in your life. Don't blow it by your own carnal desires. Really treat this person like gold and see them as a whole person. If this is a job situation, don't get caught up in the ego trap or the money trap. And the second card I picked was the Eight of Cups. I think I'm going to pick an additional card just for clarification on this. This is leaving what no longer serves you. And you might find, perhaps, Leo, that you know, when I look at the Ten of Cups, maybe that is what you are looking for in a relationship, and what you currently have is actually connected to the Seven of Cups. And so in that case, I mean Seven of Wands, where you just are constantly on the defensive. So maybe it's a situation of you having to leave a bad relationship and you haven't done so yet. So let me just pick an additional card for clarification. Okay. So the Five of Pentacles connects with what I deem lack consciousness. So you may be afraid to move on. You know, the Ten of Cups may be your goals. If it's not happening for you right now, maybe you want children and you want a beautiful family, but you think this is the best you can do. So if that's the case, you certainly have to change your mindset. Change your mind, change your life, change your consciousness, change your reality. Perhaps you have something to celebrate, but you are still like trapped in the past, and you need to have a spiritual side to life. And I think that's what the Eight of Cups can represent. Sometimes it's an actual pilgrimage where you're taking time out of your normal life to press the reset button and find yourself of sorts. You know, that might be what some people have to do, but you have to believe that there are possibilities for you. And usually fire signs are very optimistic, and not like the Five of Pentacles, but you know, because you have the Ten of Swords there, you may have gone through some stuff. So law of attraction material is certainly something that is indicated here. Actually, I'm thinking about something. I just purchased this law of attraction workbook, and I'm going to work through it myself, and if I like it, I might contact the creator and see if we can partner up, because it would be a great tool if I feel, based on my own experiences, that it really helped me. So I will get back to everyone on that one. That just kind of reminded me of that. So in any case, I hope that you received some kind of a message that was relevant to your life. If not, I have personal readings where most of them use your natal chart, so it's really tailored to you specifically. Sign up for my newsletter and get 19% off your first reading. Go to rainandmoonastrology.com. The link is below for that. Take care. Bye.